Okay, so now the mission's about to start. 24 SEALs.
23.
23 SEAls.
Well, okay, 23 guys. There was a one explosive ordnance disposal guy from SEAL Team 6 with us, the bomb guy. And then we had some, I don't know who he was. He was an agency guy that spoke fluent Urdu without an accent. I have never seen him since, but he's cool. So that's the crew. And so we actually we're in Jalalabad. We got the green light, I think on a Friday, and then we're going to launch on Sunday. And the coolest part about that was we went into a briefing room for a pre-brief right before we launch. And Admiral Bill McRaven, who was the overall commander that sold it to President Obama, he was the commander of JSOC. He gave us a speech right before, and we didn't need a motivational speech. Like, we're good. But he said to us, and I'm talking like we're going to go put our body armor, my gun's right here, we're launching right after he talks to us. He said, all right, guys, last night I watched my favorite movie. It's called Hoosiers. And if you're not familiar with the movie, it's a team from Hickory, Indiana, a basketball team with like 7 dudes. They've never been out of Hickory, Indiana, but they're coached so well, they end up in the state championship in Indianapolis. And as these kids walk into because they play in the small gym, and now they're in this huge arena, and they're all starstruck. It's empty. They're all starstruck. They're going to play here tonight, and coach realizes that, and he says, hey, grab that tape measure. What's the measurement from the back of the rim to the free throw line? He goes, 15 feet. Cool, get on his shoulders. What's the measurement from the rim to the ground? 10 feet, coach. And he said, you'll find these are the exact measurements in your gym in Hickory. This is just a bigger audience. And he goes, gentlemen, you do this every night. This is just a bigger audience. And so we left and this is, I think, the only time I called Admiral McRaven Bill. And I said, Bill, you're so busy selling this mission. I doubt you watched Hoosiers last night, but you were born to give us that speech right now.
Okay, so 24 people on this mission. 2 Blackhawk helicopters, the super advanced ones that haven't even really been...
23 shooters on 2 Blackhawks.
23 shooters, 2 Blackhawks, super advanced Blackhawks that's supposed to evade radar and so forth, hopefully.
That's what we're going to find out tonight, aren't we?
So you guys start to approach the compound. You're in the helicopter that actually tried to land in the courtyard?
No, I was in the second one. So Dash 1 and Dash 2. Dash 1 was going to do... was going to hover and throw ropes out, and guys go fast rope down them. Slide down. Snipers watch them. They fast rope. We were going to drop off snipers, a machine gun, the dog, the interpreter. Then my team's going to the rooftop of the main building. So we're going to fast rope onto that, and we're basically going to jump into the balcony. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like to the point where guys are actually leaning over to get shots that way. I don't know. And then we're going to either shoot them through the window or we're going to get them like that. We're going to hit them top to bottom. That was the plan. But when we put our guys out, we went up. The pilot from this one saw that one. He crash landed. He didn't crash. He realized something with everything from an updraft to the different fences to it was warmer than we thought, like 1 degree Celsius. He realized if he powers it up, he's going to flip it. Everyone's going to die. But if he can pin the tail on that wall and stick the nose in, we might live. He made that decision that quick, and he put it there. Our pilot saw that happen, realized if he can't hover, I can't hover, and he just went back down. And then through, again, effective communication, like reading off each other, he's saying, get out. So we got out, outside of the courtyard, now we got to get in. And even stepping out, like my right foot went down looking at the big walls and then the house, Bin Laden's house, like, I guess we start the war from here. But because we prepped so well, I knew on this side there's one of those double doors, so we'll hit that first, blast that, and we'll enter from there. So we went to that side, called up a breacher. He put a 7-foot charge of C6 on the double door, which is, that's like a master key. That will open anything. So he blasts that, it opens like a tin can, but then there's a brick wall right behind it. So he looked back and he goes, failed breach, this is bad. And I said, no, this is good. That's a fake door, and nobody does that. He's in there. I know there's a double door here that opens. That's the carport where they've been coming in and out. So I heard the first bird, I heard him saying Dash 1 going around. Dash 1 going around, meaning they're doing a racetrack. They took fire, they're just going to be coming back. What they were saying was Dash 1 going down. So I said, hey, this is so-and-so, I'm going to blast the carport. They said, no, don't blast it, we'll open it. And I didn't know and the door opened and a thumb came out with a glove that I recognize. They're in there, right? And I'm at a point in life now where it doesn't matter how they got there. They're just there. We don't need to worry. It's like when I talk to professional football teams, the offense, I say, it doesn't matter why it's 2nd and 15. It just is. And what we have in common is the clock is ticking. What do we do now? So we went in there. I saw the aircrew dudes standing on the wall. So these are the pilots and the aircrew guy. Different uniforms, but American flags. I remember walking past them going, who the fuck are these guys? But that's the aircrew. So a gunfight's happening. We get into the main house, which has been Laden's house, first floor. Other dudes are now ahead of me. So because where we were let off, I now have a front row seat to the greatest mission in modern history. And the first thing you do, I hope you're never in this situation, ever in a gunfight in a house, get out of the hallway. That's just a bad place to be. Bullets fly down walls and shit. So I get in there and I'm watching dudes, and my guys were so cool. I was so proud of them because this house, I'm looking for bombs now. Like, this house is going to blow up, but it didn't bother anybody. Everyone's doing exactly what they should do. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Go through your process. Check the lock, kick the door, mechanical, explosive. And I'm in this room watching them, and the dude next to me who was in the bird that crashed said, helicopter crash. And I said, oh my God, which helicopter crashed? Because we have 2 more birds behind us by 45 minutes, but they're conventional. Oh, they're not conventional, but they're not stealth. They're still the best pilots in the world. And he said, bro, our helicopter crashed in the front yard, like you walked right past it. And it's registering. Okay, that's what happened. They crashed. That's why they're all here. As we're talking about this, where the pilot had pinned that tail, and you can see the picture when we blew it up, it fell out. The sniper with Cairo, the dog, and then Cheese, the handler, running around. The sniper saw that, and he came over. He didn't realize they crashed. He came over the radio and said, guys inside, be on alert. Okay, they're definitely ready for us. They have a training mock-up of our super secret helicopter in their front yard. And the boss said, no, jackass, that's ours because we crashed. And the sniper goes, yeah, that makes a lot more sense than the shit I was just saying. So this is the conversation where it's like, guys, fuck up. So that's when we, whatever. And now we're just in the house, and we're to a point now where the woman who found Bin Laden, and she was dope as shit, she said, look, I don't know what it looks like inside the house, and I know you don't want me to tell you what I think. You're going to get in there and figure it out. But there will be a stairwell. And it will go to the 2nd floor. And on that stairwell, you will run into Khalid Bin Laden.
Yeah, and that's his 20-year-old son.
20-year-old son.
Yeah.
He will be there. He will be armed. And she was so cool, man. She's probably the coolest person I've ever met. She said, if you can ace him, you will get a shot at the big guy.